Yep, yep. Back at it again. Cause like I said, thoughts are free, right? And it's apparently free for me to make videos too, and talk and tell you my opinion. And my opinion is people got a lot of misunderstandings about so many things. One highly, very simple thing, paying attention. You know, people don't understand how complex paying attention is. You know, they think paying attention is just I saw it, I heard it, it went through, I noticed it, right? Noticing is paying attention, right? If you actually look at the word or look at the phrase, paying attention is noticing. If you ever looked up notice, it is the same as paying attention. They go back and forth. You saw it, you heard it, you noticed things about it. You know, paying attention. You notice things about whatever you saw, heard, tasted, touched, whatever it was that went across your knowledge, which is you, which is knowledge. You didn't understand that you yourself is knowledge, you know? Because that's what we do, right? That's what we pass on. That's what we are, knowledge. Knowing something. Actually knowing, not thinking something, not feeling something, not believing something. Not believing something, but knowing it. That's what we pass on to our kids, our friends, our family. Conversation, knowing stuff, talking about the things that we know. Now, in that, we tend to argue about things that we know because we feel, think, and believe something. So, let me ask you something. Is your thought, your feeling, and your belief more than truth? Does your thoughts, your feelings, or your belief have more value than truth? But you'll argue about it though, right? How you feel, how you think, how you believe, even though you know something, right? Okay? So, people, another misunderstanding is that hearing, listening, and paying attention are two different things. Or, I'm sorry, three different things. Okay, let me help you. You heard a sound, right? You heard a knock. You heard the music. You heard the noise that it made. But were you listening? What kind of noise did it make? Was it soothing? Was it hard on the ears? Was it hard? Was it soft? Was it loud? How was that sound that you heard? How was it? Were you listening to it? The sound that you heard? Huh? Or were you paying attention to the sound that you heard, that you were listening to? You pay attention to that song. I feel like falling in love. Y'all heard that. Y'all was listening to that. You was paying attention to that. How many times someone said anything to you and you just heard them? Didn't listen, didn't pay attention, just heard them and kept going. And then something happened because all you did was hear. Why don't you care enough to listen? Why don't you care enough to pay attention? Why? You care about things that you care about, though, right? Things that affect you personally, selfishly, inconsiderately, right? And I'm keep throwing that out there because this is the problem why you can't get peace, because you're selfish and inconsiderate and unaware of your selfish and inconsiderate and uncaring and being inconsiderate and selfish, disrespectful, unappreciative, unattentive, disrespectful. Did I say that again? Disrespectful? Because how much respect are you giving yourself by only hearing the things in life? Only hearing the things in life, the people in life. How disrespectful is it to you? How disrespectful is it to God, who only asked that you do the right thing, which is care? You know, I don't understand what is going on with people. Not all, of course. So if the shoe don't fit, that don't mean you worried. People who hear this and be like, that ain't me, I don't do that. But you know a bunch of people who do. A bunch. So why don't you lead them the correct way? Just stop yelling at them about their selfishness and their inconsideration and their unappreciation and their disrespect. Stop yelling at them about it. And just explain to them that this is what you're doing. You're being selfish, inconsiderate, disrespectful, condescending, and you're taking pride in it. Pride in the wrong things. You take pride in how much you sing. You get pride in how much you dance. You take pride in everything else but how much you care. Why don't you take pride in that? Some people, now people who do, shut up. Just pass it along. Let them know this is your problem. You do not care. Oh, I care. What do you care about? Who do you care about? And how do you care about them? Do you care about them for them? Or do you care about them for you? Selfishly caring about someone is a thing, people. Just because you care doesn't mean that you don't selfishly care about whatever it is. Or inconsiderately care about. You didn't think that was a thing, inconsiderately care? There's a lot of things that we don't think. But we say we're smart. We're geniuses. We know so much. But so much passes by us, too. And we know this. Do we care that so much passes by us? So much goes without our notice, without us paying attention, without us listening to it, without us seeing it, knowing it. You know, just things to think about, you know, because we do think, right? Huh? Do you think? I think, therefore I am. Huh? I am. Now, you know, it's just so many things. People, they say they care about themselves and such, and they care about God. Now, what if God walked up to you and said, fuck you, you ain't shit to me? Would you care? And you knew it was God. He said, fuck you, get out my face, bitch. Would you care? Would you listen? Would you hear it? Would you pay attention? You know, how much effect would it have on you if the being that created you said, fuck you, I don't care about you. When you die, you're going to be stoned, and all of your family and friends are going to just look at you like You're nothing. Because you know what? The whole time in life, you didn't care about these people. So why should you get the luxury of seeing them for the rest of eternity? Why? You don't care about these people? Not for real. Selfishly, you do. So if only you care about you, then why should these people who care about each other have to deal with you for eternity? And you're selfish, inconsiderate, prideful, disrespectful, arrogant, ignorant ass. Did you hear that? Were you listening? Were you paying attention? How good did it feel? Did that thought run through your head that that could be a thing? That you could spend eternity as stone while your family and friends just watched you and cried and said, dang it, why are they so selfish and inconsiderate? And then when God talked to him, he tried to lie, or she tried to lie to God and tell God that they cared, and they know they didn't. They know they didn't. Because you know, if you truly care about someone, for them or for you, what can they do for you? What can you do for me? Huh? What can you do for me? What can this phone do for me? What can this cigarette do for me? Do I appreciate that I smoke? Huh? Do I appreciate that I care? Do I appreciate that I think? I appreciate money. Yeah, I like that came up. Cash, get the money. Dollar bills, y'all. The root of all evil, right? Money wasn't always there. Ignorance was. Ignorance was. And let me tell you, people, that's the reason why Eve ate that motherfucking apple. Because they was running around being ignorant as fuck. Could you imagine 3 days of trying to lick your fucking elbows? We all know you can't do that. Right? Can't lick your own goddamn elbows. But 3 days of doing it, not eating, not sleeping, just trying to lick your fucking elbows. That would piss just about anybody off, right? Anybody with some sense. Right? Why you sitting there trying to lick your elbows for 3 damn days? Let me jump in this snake and tell your dumb ass eat this fucking apple that can give you some sense. Evil. We understand it, right? We understand doing without thought. Uncaring. Right? But we just know something need to be done. How? Why? When? Nothing. Doesn't matter. Do you care? Were you hearing? Were you listening? Were you paying attention? Huh? Made a good sound, didn't it? Made a real good sound. I might have listened a little bit, because you know what? That sounded good. You know what? Let me go back. Let me pay attention. Let me look. Let me notice some things. Well, why didn't you pay attention in the first place? Well, I was just hearing it. I didn't care enough to listen or pay attention. Do you care about you? Knowledge, information that you're passing on to your family and your friends. You. Whatever your name may be. That is you, knowledge, information. But we don't care enough to hear, see, taste, touch. None of that. We don't care enough. But we care, right? Selfishly, inconsiderately, ignorantly. How smart are you, people? Huh? How smart are you? Are you a genius? How much of a genius are you? Did you notice this about what you were doing? Did you notice that about what you were doing? Did you care enough to notice, to hear it, to see it, to listen, to look, to pay attention? Pay God's bill. Attention. Attention! Shut up. In your mind, in your heart, in your soul. Shut up! Listen. Pay attention. Pay God's bill. Stop getting them angry because you don't do it. Stop making them collect on your ass. And that's what the reaping is. It's God collecting on your ass the information that you neglected, that you didn't appreciate, while you will be stoned for the rest of eternity. And your family and friends will just look at you because you were selfish. You can't have selfish people in heaven, people. Why? For what reason? You're selfish. You don't care about us. We care about you, but you don't care about us. So why should we keep you moving and influencing other people with your selfish, your inconsideration, your disrespect, your I want to be funny, I want to be heard, I want to be noticed, but I want to do it in a condescending, disrespectful, arrogant, prideful manner, selfishly, because me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. Opera. Me, me, me. Pay attention, people. Pay the fuck attention to what you're doing, how you're doing it, what you see, what you hear, what you do, how you talk, who you talk to. Oh, who? I don't know who I'm talking to. It don't matter. Then you find out in death they were in VIP to God. Well, shit, I didn't know. But did you care? You were hearing this person. Were you listening? Were you paying attention? Or did you care enough to do any of those things? But you care about who? Who do you care about? Who do you love? Who do you love? Long term, short term, who do you love? And actually love. You? Me? God? Your friends? Your family? Your neighbors? Their family? Their friends? Do you care? Do you love you enough to love them? To be at peace? Who do you love? Who do you care about? I love me. I love God. I love my family. I love my friends. I love my planet. I love my space. I love my existence. I like to be. I love to be. Love it. I care enough to hear, look, listen, pay attention, walk, talk, be. I care enough to be. Do you care enough about being? Just being? No? No? You don't like to be? You don't want to be here? You want to jump off a bridge? You want to shoot yourself in the head because you don't want to be? How about the other people that like you, love you, and love to see you be? Do you care enough about them to not shoot yourself in the head, to not jump off a bridge? Do you care? Do you care? Do you really care about more than you? Or do you just care about you? Or do you not even care about you? Were you hearing? Were you listening? Were you paying attention? Do we do these things? Pay attention? Our bill to God? Okay. Thank you.